Hi, I'm Ken from Saddleworld. This is Louis. He is a medium dressage horse. He's 11 years old. I've already checked his back, and we're just going to pop his saddle on and talk about accessories. So, now when we put a saddle on, when we fit a saddle, we fit it without accessories because we want to see that the saddle actually passes all of the tests. Well, nice saddle, I've already checked it, it does fit properly and it sits in balance as it is. But what if I want a lot of other stuff underneath? For instance, I know that this particular rider always puts this non-slip pad on first because it stops the saddle moving at all because she is not quite square herself. And then she has this and this. So you might reasonably say, if the saddle fits properly, why do you want all this stuff? Well, there is the fashion element. People like the look of this, but let's pop this on and see what happens to the fit of the saddle. So first, the non-slip pad. And that is covered. Then, the square. Which I've got that the right way around. Then, the sheepskin. We put the saddle back on. And pull everything up at the front. So the first thing we have to look at is, does it actually affect the fit of the saddle? Well, if you're going to put all this stuff through the front, you can imagine it must constrict the front to some degree. And if you're having a particularly thick piece here, it might put the saddle out of balance. As it happens, these things look thicker than they actually are. But you'd have to say to yourself, if you want to get close to the horse and want the horse to move well off the leg, do you really need all that stuff? Well, if your horse, if you want to put it on, that is okay, provided it doesn't really adversely affect the fit of the saddle, in which case the horse wouldn't go very well. In this particular case, I think there's rather too much here, but it hasn't hugely affected the fit of the saddle. It has made it a little tighter in the front, and it has certainly lifted a bit higher behind, which might tend to throw the rider onto the fork rather than the seat bones. Be advised by your local saddle fitter, if you are putting lots of rugs and things under your saddle, to make sure it doesn't really adversely affect the performance, because very often it does. If the saddle is fitted properly, without any kind of fittings underneath, usually a dressage square, which is quite thin, would be just fine.